Alright guys, I have some breaking news for you guys. An SEC member has officially resigned that has been dealing with the SEC vs. Ripple lawsuit. And I'm going to tell you guys exactly how I found out he's dealing with the SEC vs. Ripple lawsuit. It's extremely interesting and it's definitely going to impact the way this lawsuit is going to work. So before I start this video, make sure you guys go ahead and watch it till the end. It is extremely important. Like the video, comment your thoughts, and subscribe to my channel. And I do have to mention I'm not a financial or legal advisor, so don't take this as financial or legal advice. Now, let's jump right into the video. Today, SEC Commissioner Liable Roseman announced his intent to depart the SEC. And he says, serving the American people as a commissioner and an acting chairman of the agency has been the greatest privilege of my professional life. It has been the utmost honor to work alongside my extraordinary SEC colleagues who care deeply about investors and our market. Now, of course, in the past, while he was during the chairman and while he was working at the SEC, he has said this. He said, while Chair Gary Gensler's newly released regulatory agenda is ambitious in scope, we are disappointed with its content. It fails to include any items intended to facilitate capital formative and misses its opportunities to foster fair, orderly, and efficient markets and further investors' protection. So this is the SEC commissioner. And what's really funny about that is he was actually dealing with Pierce, which is another SEC commissioner that was working alongside Ripple and condemned. She's part of the SEC. She condemned Gary Gensler's actions towards Ripple and towards XRP. So this is already turning out negative to the SEC, as you guys see, right? You're seeing more and more commissioners say we condemn Gary Gensler and what he's doing to Ripple lawsuit. Ripple should not be declared a security. They have a fair, valid point. XRP is a cryptocurrency and is not a security. And now you're seeing more SEC officials quit the SEC lawsuit versus Ripple because they see the outcome is going to be bad. Let's also have a quick look here. So if you have a quick look right here. So Mr. Roseman was designated acting chairman of the commission by President Trump on December 23rd. Effective December 24th. All right. When was the lawsuit? Ripple was filed on December 22nd. So a day after the lawsuit was filed by Chair Jake Layton, because he filed it and then he resigned the same day. I don't understand what type of chairman can do that, but he did. The guy that took over for the time being was the chairman. It was this guy, Liable Roseman. He's the same one that says, I disagree with Gary Gensler. And he's saying he doesn't offer fair, orderly, and efficient markets and doesn't protect investors. So he's basically going against Gary Gensler and saying that Gary Gensler and this lawsuit with Ripple is a terrible choice. And now he comes out and he officially resigns. He resigns. Can you guys believe this? To me, what it seems like is the SEC and Ripple were in settlement discussions. And then now that they recently broke the settlement discussions, because I do believe they broke because Brett Garlinghouse went on a spree, basically just roasting the SEC, and we'll go over that in a little bit. So the settlement discussions broke, and now the commissioners believe that Chair Gary Gensler is terrible. He doesn't know how to run the SEC. He's going to bring them all in a sinking ship, and he's going to sink that ship completely, and he doesn't want to back down. They see that Gary Gensler is just, his pride has taken over and is, in his opinion, more important than everybody on the SEC. He's willing to drown everybody in the SEC just so that he can act like he has won. The reality is, and this is what all the commissioners are starting to understand, is that lawsuit between Ripple and the SEC is not only going to give them a major L, but on top of that, it's going to ruin everybody that participated in its reputation. Because now, if you fought in that lawsuit and you lost the lawsuit, even though the SEC was putting every single dollar, every single person they have on that, well, guess what? You lost the lawsuit, so you must be a terrible commissioner and even a more terrible lawyer. So it's really going to impact not only the SEC, but every person that participated in the SEC during that lawsuit. And this is why you're starting to see a lot of them resign. A lot of them now officially come out and condemn Gary Gensler. That way, when the SEC takes a big L, they don't get affected. And the funny thing is that they understand that now. And this is why, like, you would have never imagined the chairman that took over after Jay Clayton. So in that time period, which was after Jay Clayton, before Gary Gensler, this guy would quit. He didn't even quit. He resigned, in fact. He resigned. You never think he would resign. And on top of that resignation, he stated that, look at Gary Gensler, he's doing everything wrong. He's doing everything wrong. He's filing lawsuits that are wrong. He's not doing what the SEC is supposed to do, which is protect investors. He's not doing anything that he's supposed to do. And what he's doing is he's sinking us. He's sinking the entire boat altogether because of his overly confidence in something that is about to lose. There is a word, narcissistic, and this is what Gary Gensler is, in fact, right now. What he's doing is he's putting his personal gains on top of all of the organizational goals. So instead of going ahead and focusing on the organizational's goal, the SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission's goals of really protecting investors, what he's doing is being a narcissist and just caring about his pride and saying, you know what, I'm going to battle this out even if everything and everybody loses. I don't care about the investors anymore. I care about me trying to win, even though he's not going to win, but that's what he's caring about right now. Bringing us to another part where the settlement discussions broke out. This is why I actually thought that. So today we see Brad Garlinghouse come out with a tweet saying, today the SEC voted to attack crypto chair Jay Clayton in his final act, picking winners and trying to limit U.S. innovation in the crypto industry to Bitcoin and Ethereum. We know crypto and blockchain technologies aren't going anywhere. Apple has and will continue to trade XRP because it is the best digital asset for payments within regards to speed, cost, scalability, energy efficiency. It's traded on over 200 plus exchanges globally and will continue to thrive. The SEC, out of step with other G20 countries and the rest of the US government, should not be able to cherry pick what innovation looks like, especially when their decision directly benefits China. Make no mistake, we are ready to fight and win. This battle is just beginning. So the idea here, and this is why I believe he even tweeted this, is, again, they were on the table, Gary Gensler, the SEC and the Ripple team, both sitting on the same table. They discussed their goals. They said, okay, we need to solve this. And I think both sides agreed. And this is when they agreed that they were going to guaranteed complete the lawsuit in 2022. And that's when we've seen Brad Garlinghouse come out and say, yeah, 2022 is the year that is going to end. We're going to 100% finish this lawsuit. And the SEC is like that. They do moves that make you feel like they're going to help you out, that they, yeah, okay, we're understanding. We will assist you, help us out, we'll help you out. And then they pulled the trick card. They got to the very final end of discussions where they were about to go ahead and do the final agreement for the settlement. And then all of a sudden, boom, they just came out with brand new terms, completely what wasn't discussed. And that caused Ripple to disagree, that the SEC disagreed, and boom, you now have a settlement break apart. And now when a settlement breaks apart, you go from zero once again. So this is why I believe Gary Gensler ended up, coming out. Even Gary Gensler now came out and spoke. You see Brad Garlinghouse come out and speak. You see people resigning because of the lawsuit settlement that was supposed to take place. I guarantee you a lot of the commissioners were hoping that this took place so that way they don't have to resign, and that way, everything could be settled. It's done. But now that it broke apart, they believe that, okay, there's no hope anymore. Gary Gensler's doing what he wants. The SEC is going to fall apart completely. All that's going to happen is we're going to look bad. We're going to lose a ton of money because we spent so much on this lawsuit, and we're not going to be able to sue anybody else because Ripple's going to win this lawsuit. So what are we going to do? The best option right now is to leave the SEC, let them do whatever they want. We're going to resign. We're going to leave, and that way we're safe. And so this is what a lot of them are doing. A lot of them are now resigning, quitting. It's crazy. But I have to say, and I have to hope that everything ends up going well. We see that XRP lawsuit complete, whether through a settlement or a win, and that way us as investors, we can personally benefit. The issue with this all is that it could just keep on extending the SEC lawsuit. If settlements broke apart, and of course that timeline that the SEC gave to Ripple about 2021 being the final completion of the lawsuit, and now they broke away. Well, I don't know how much I trust their timeline. They've said that they're going to finish the lawsuit last year, and has that actually happened? No. The extension for the SEC has been constantly happening, whether it's by 6 months, 3 months, or even a month. They keep on pushing it back as much as they can, and that is directly influencing the price. So that being said, guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. Make sure you guys go ahead and show your support by smashing the like button, commenting your thoughts down below, and subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time.